back to the technical charts analysis. So again, we're going to be starting off with the US dollar index, which shows the strength and weakness of the US dollar over a certain time period. So as usual, I use the H1 time charts. So one candle is representing 1 hour's movement. We can see that on the 11th of May, okay, which is Monday, the US dollar was very bullish, okay, and then on Tuesday the US dollar was relatively bearish, okay, and on Wednesday we can see that it's a combination of bearish and then after that ending more bullish. And yesterday, for Thursday, the US dollar was mostly bullish, but in a very tight consolidating range, okay. So we can see the US dollar having resistance here and a support at this level, okay. So mostly sideways. So that is one reason why when we look at the UK pound, it was also trading mostly sideways. Some of you may have a phobia of the UK pound having a bearish sentiment. However, the bearish sentiment has been going on for 1 time, 2 times, 3 times since last Friday, okay, continuing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It continued to drop as early as in the morning. This is at 4 plus 5, 9 a.m. Singapore time. It moves down about 30 pips and extends all the way down to 1.2182 for a movement since the morning of 53 pips, okay. Then it retraces up again by about 44 pips, and then about 6 p.m, okay, it goes down another 58 pips, okay. So most of you, when this UK pound starts to move down from here, 1.2233 to a low of 1.2165, be very careful, because it has been bearish for many days, and some of you may think that it's going to go down even further. However, this move down is only about 60 pips, okay, and then it starts to rebound back and goes back into its sideways or consolidating fashion, okay. So it rebounds back about 63 pips, especially in the late hours of yesterday evening, okay, and this one was at 2200 plus 527, which is at 3 a.m. Local Singapore and Malaysia time, okay. So again, this was the move of the UK pound, and this morning, as of this morning at about 3 plus 5, 8 a.m, it is slightly bearish, okay, going down about 34 pips, and later on about 2 to 4 p.m. Local Singapore and Malaysia time, we will have a look and see whether the UK pound comes back up to test this dynamic trend line, okay, this trend line. So this trend line has been with us ever since last Friday, okay. And of course, to the lower side, we have the bullish trend line, which is not that strong, okay. And also we have the horizontal support, okay. So let's see how it goes later. H4 wise, yeah, so it could either come back to test this support 1.2181. Hopefully it will form a good support and possibly a double bottom, and then potentially push higher a bit, okay. But again, a lot of the action has already occurred early in the week from Monday, okay. You can see it breaking down. Tuesday again going up, but then it touched this resistance, okay, and of course it continues to go down, comes back up again, touches the resistance again, and continues to go down again, okay. So a lot of very nice movements and opportunities has already occurred during the first 3 to 4 days of the week. So today the market for the UK pound may just be a bit different compared to the first few days, okay. So that was the US dollar and the UK pound. The euro dollar wise, Again, you can see it was mostly trading in a sideways range. Okay, mostly trading in a sideways range. Of course, this range is a bit bearish. Okay, a bit bearish over here, and you have the horizontal support. Okay, on the lower side, and also the resistance on the higher end. Okay, so currently euro dollar is trading within a very tight range yesterday night. Yesterday the whole day, within a tight range of just you can see from here to here. Actually, from here to here, it is only about 44 pips. Okay, so compared to the UK pound, from the tip at the top to the bottom, this is about a 70 pips range. Okay, so that was for currencies. Again, a lot of active movements, and of course even the euro dollar was pretty active last few days. As you can see, on Monday it went down about 40 pips or 50 pips, then it went up again about 94 pips, and you can see on Wednesday it went up initially and then ended lower by 84 pips. Okay, and yesterday it was just trading within a 44 pips range. Okay, so moving on to gold prices, we can see gold prices ever since Monday. Okay, ever since Monday, here we go, Monday is over here. Okay, so as we move along, we always look for the most relevant and updated chart patterns and support and resistance to forecast where the market will be going next. Okay, so this was as of last Friday, and also on Monday. Okay, so on Monday it was still following the slightly bearish trend. However, it found very nice support over here and then started to go up. Okay, and then it found another support just over here. Okay, and then started to move up again, and well, I think you can see a pattern. The support kind of looks like this, and then it goes up. Support again looks like this, and then it goes up. And yesterday again the support looks like this. Okay, and then at about this is at 1600 plus 5:21 9 p.m. local Singapore time. It starts to go up, and it actually breaks this resistance at the top side. Okay, and starts to go up all the way after this resistance at 1719 to a high of 1736 US dollars. Okay, so this was a move of about 17 US dollars, and of course in the morning session and afternoon it was mostly trading in a tight range of $7.80. Okay, so yeah, so again you can see here it's having some resistance. We're gonna have a look and see later on where it's gonna go. Okay, so I think a few days ago I was analyzing the gold prices also, and we were forecasting if it was to go up and down. I believe I did mention about 1732 US dollars. Okay, so yeah, so this is the range now, but be careful, it's coming towards the recent highs. Of course there's a chance it can go much higher than this or much lower, and I believe if it does break up higher, the next target price should be about 1776 US dollars. Okay, so moving on to oil prices. Oil prices has been mostly bullish also. Okay, it's been bullish, and of course yesterday we had the Bank of Canada, Stephen Poloz speaking at 10:30 p.m. Very interesting. I wouldn't say interesting. This is the correlation between oil prices and Canadian dollar. This is the USD CAD. So I don't usually look at the CAD, but yesterday at about 10 p.m. 10:30, this was the candle. You can see that it forms we call it a tweezer. Okay, then at about 1700 the time, plus 5, it is 2200 hours. The Canadian dollar starts to move down from a high of 1.4139 to a low of 1.4033. Okay, so this being the USD CAD, when you see the price moving down like this, it means that the Canadian dollar is strengthening against the US dollar. Okay, so we can see right here very nicely again, it's been bouncing up this line many times, so there is a high chance that something or some kind of news would come out in the market and push the Canadian dollar to touch this support again and possibly break through. Okay, so as the Canadian dollar strengthen, we also can see the oil prices strengthen. Okay, so you can see again the timing of the oil prices going up. Look at the time below, 1700, again plus 5 is 22, and it tallies with the Bank of Canada Central Governor speaking at about 10 to 10:30 p.m. So Canadian dollar strengthens and oil price also strengthen. Okay, so but even before this 10 p.m. move up, there are certain signs that oil prices is showing bullish sentiments, and also there are certain signs that shows that the US dollar is beginning to weaken against the Canadian dollar. Okay, so these are the interesting things that happens almost every day on the financial markets in terms of news data and also price movements. Okay, whether it was gold prices, whether it was the UK pound, euro dollar, Canadian dollar, or oil prices. As long as you are following the sentiment and the flow of the markets, trust me, it is not that difficult. You just have to have the right approach, and you got to analyze the right input, and you probably get the correct results. Okay, so that will be the session for today, guys. I hope you guys had an interesting week also for the last few days. Tomorrow morning I'll be having a training session. It'll be on my Facebook and FX Primus Facebook also. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much. A good day.